Whoa, hey camera, so right now we're north of the Pas, Manitoba, Canada, up the Pas, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, July 13th, 2026, 2026, yup. Train 693 pulling in from Winnipeg and going to Churchill. Yup, another late 693 via rail train, yup. Northbound, so the time right now it is 11:53 a.m. Yup, 11:53 a.m., almost noon. And from earlier I caught those high rail trucks. Yup. The Pas station. There's the Puggawagon train, but that doesn't go until later on this afternoon. So train numbers 6455 and 6419. So the time now it is 11:56 a.m. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the train pulls out. Did it already pulled out, or are they this going back and forth? Hope it looks like they're gonna go on the other track because that guy is at the switcher right there. So yeah. So the time now it is 12:01 p.m. Yep. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the train pulls out. Well, there goes those high rail trucks. I think those are, I think those are the same ones that I saw this morning, earlier this morning. Yup. So the time now it is 12:17 p.m. Yup, a Monday afternoon on July 13th, 2026, 2026. Yup. And the Via Rail is still sitting there. Yup. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Via Rail train to pull out. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the train pulls out. Hope it looks like they're grabbing those flat cars with the truck on it now. Yup. Train number 1087. That looks like something that will go on the puck train. Yep. Or it probably is. So yeah. So the time now it is 12:25 p.m. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the Via Rail pulls out. Whoa, hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS, Manitoba. Train getting ready to pull out to Puggawagan. Yep, so train numbers 2265 and 2606. Yep. So today it is Monday, July 13th, 2026, 2026. Yep, and the time it is 2:07 p.m. Yep, 2:07 p.m. a Monday afternoon. now via station. Hope it looks like there's a train pulling out, and I think that's that Thompson train going early. Yup. Yup, and that via train still hasn't left either. Yup. Yup, it's still here. So the time now, it is 2:09 p.m. So yeah, I'll be back on filming whenever a train pulls out. Whoop, there goes that train. So hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, July 13th, 2026. Yep, and the time it is 2:35 p.m. Yep, 2:35 p.m. a Monday afternoon. Hope, and it looks like the Via Rail train is going to be pulling out pretty much now too. Yep. So yeah, I would say I would be back on filming shortly. Well, hey camera. So right now we're up north of the Paul, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Monday, July 13th, 2026. Yep. And the time it is 2:45 p.m. Yep, 2:45 p.m., 2:45, and the via train switch went on the other track here. Yep. Probably because they're going to be picking up passengers and take off and pull out. Yep. The Pavia station. There's the Thompson train sitting right over there. Looks like that won't be going anywhere until this evening now. Yep. So the time now, it is 2:47 p.m. So yeah, I'll be back on filming once the train pulls out. Whoop, there goes the train. So hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paw, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS Manitoba. So today it is Monday, July 13th, 2026, 2026. Yep. And the time now, it is 3:07 p.m. Yep, 3:07 p.m. Hey, Monday afternoon. Train numbers 6455 and 6419. Yep. 693 northbound coming from Winnipeg and going to Thompson and Churchill. Yep. Late train. So yeah. But there's more though, so yeah. I'll be back on filming whenever the next train is. Quick introduction here before we get back to the video. Yep. So the next clip after this introduction is the Thompson train pulling out of the Paw the next morning, a Tuesday morning. Yep. For some reason, the day before, the Thompson train was hooking up in the afternoon, and then a little while after, the train shut its headlights off. Yup. And then the next clip after the Thompson train pulling out, I was meeting the Pugatawagan train in Cranberry. Yup. But I went to a spot past Cranberry to go take a video of it, and then after that spot, I went to Cranberry. Yup. But it didn't get to Cranberry until like 9:30ish or at 9:30, and then it didn't get to the paw until like midnight-ish. It's supposed to get to Cranberry around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and then it's supposed to get to the paw from 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yup, that's the original time, I would say. Yup. So yeah, let's get back to the video now. Well, hey camera, so right now we're up north of the Paw, Manitoba, Canada, up the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, 2026, yep, and the time it is 8:58 a.m. Yep, 8:58 a.m. a Tuesday morning, 2 minutes to 9. This caught this train this on time, I barely caught it. Yep. Because I pretty much this got out. So train heading to Thompson, pulling out to Thompson, yep. So train numbers 1084, 1083, 3840, and 6002. Yep. So yeah. And I'm editing this video. Yep. So I'll be back on filming whenever the next train is. Whoop, there goes that train. So hey camera, so right now we're north of the Pas, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS, Manitoba. So today it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, 2026. Yep, and the time now it is 9:07 a.m. Yep, 9:07 a.m. a Tuesday morning. Train pulling out, going to craft paper. Yep, going to the paper mill, taking some box cars and tanker cars. Yep, train numbers 1087. And the Thompson train left not long ago. Yep. So yeah, this train should be coming back in about an hour or two, and the Flin Flon train, I don't know about that one because that one didn't go yesterday. It could still go today. Yep. And the Pugadawagan train doesn't come back until later on this evening or tonight. Yep. So yeah, I'll be back on filming then when the next train is. Whoop, hey camera, so right now we are up north of Cranberry, Portage, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, Cranberry, Manitoba. So today it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026, 2026. Yep, and the time it is 9:34 p.m. Yep, 9:34 p.m. a Tuesday night. Train coming back from Pugadawagan. Yep. So train numbers 2606 and 2265. Yep. And this is a late train too, very late. Yep. It probably won't get to the Pas, probably not until like 11:30 tonight, later on. Yep. Some wobbling cars over there. So the time now, it is 9:41 p.m. Yup, almost 10 o'clock. So yeah, I'll be back on filming in the paw. So yeah. Whoop, hey camera, so right now we're at the up north of the paw, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS Manitoba. Train pulling in, arriving from Pugatawagan. Yep, so today it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. Yep, but it is gonna be Wednesday pretty soon, July 15th. Yep. Because the time right now, it is 11:48 p.m. Yup, 11:48 p.m., almost midnight. Late train. Yup. It didn't leave Cranberry until like 9:40ish, around there. Yup. So yeah, I'll be back on filming shortly when the train comes through. Whoa, hey camera, so right now we're up north of the paw, Manitoba, Canada. Yep, the PAS Manitoba. So today it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. Yep, and the time or the day pretty soon will be Wednesday, July 15th. Yep. Because the time right now, it is 11:55 p.m. Yup, 11:55 p.m., 5 minutes to 12 midnight. Hey, Tuesday night, yup. So train pulling in, arriving from Pugatawagan, yup. So train numbers 2606 and 2265. the Pavia station. So the time now, it is 11:57 p.m. So yeah, the train should be moving right away here. Yep. So yeah. Yep, they're just parking up the coaches now. So the time now, it is 11:59 p.m. Yep, pretty much midnight. So yeah, skip the video now. See you in the next one. Peace. The guy that likes trains out. See you in the next one.